Silicon Valley comes to Oxford. He did a phenomenal job putting that together. It's a main activity at the Said Business School at Oxford, and it's because of Mike, nobody else. Mike made it happen, and Mike has done a lot of things for them here in the United States. He's well connected in the venture community, is well thought of, and has used those connections to further other people's lives and careers.
Mike has done an amazing amount of stuff, not just for our troop, but for the council and in fact for the National Boy Scouts. He's been involved in scouting his whole life. He's an Eagle Scout. He's been an assistant scoutmaster with our troop, and then he does these outstanding projects on the side. There's usually a service component to it, usually a history component, and then just a whole lot of fun adventure. One of them, they went on the Chisholm Trail on horseback, and they went on a boat trip down the same river that Lewis and Clark expedition did.
I have never seen Mike look out for himself to the detriment of others. He makes sure other people are taken care of before he worries about his own participation. And there are instances that I've seen where he could have done the opposite, but he didn't do it. It was always, what can I do for my friends, as opposed to what can I do for myself?
Mike, congratulations on being honored. I can't think of anyone I know who deserves this honor more. You've been such a blessing to this area for working with youth, working in informing people about Silicon Valley, and making all of these places and all these people better for it. It's been a blessing for me to have crossed paths with you, and I hope that you're blessed with many more years of doing the work that you've been doing for so long. Thank you.
Mike, my good friend, congratulations. You are certainly a deserving recipient of this great award. It's no surprise to me or your many friends that you are receiving it. We look on you as a dear friend of high integrity and a man that we wish we could replicate in every other situation we deal in. You are a true asset to everybody that knows you. I'm honored to be one of your friends.
Hi, Mike. I want to offer you my most sincere congratulations. I've heard you talking in past years about what an outstanding group of men the Distinguished Eagle Scouts are, and I am so happy to see you join them. I believe you really deserve the honor. Congratulations.
Well, we might as well. Thank you. Let's turn the podium over and hear some words from Mike. Mike, congratulations.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years of TV and I'm still not ready for these lights. Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Scott. Two gentlemen I've known for a very long time. And congratulations to my fellow Character Award recipients. I am truly humbled to be in your company. Indeed, I wonder what I'm doing up here after listening to your three speeches. And I'd like to thank all of you here in the room tonight for being here. And I especially like to thank my family, my wife Carol, my sister Edie, and my two sons, Tad and Tim, both Eagle Scouts, who have supported me with great patience over the years. I'd also like to thank those leaders and scouts here tonight from Troop 466 in Sunnyvale, where I've been an assistant scoutmaster now for nearly 15 years. Over those years, I've mentored nearly 50 Eagle Scouts, an experience I think that has been the most rewarding in my life. I've learned from every one of you in the troop, and thank you. And not least, I'd like to thank my sponsors, including TJ Rogers and Cypress Semiconductor, Rich Goldman and Silicon Catalyst, Brett Galloway, Brenna Bolger and PRX, and here tonight, a living legend, Federico Fagin, inventor of the Silicon Gate, the touchpad, and most of all, the product of the century, the microprocessor. It is my fervent hope that this winter, Dr. Fagin will have a medal draped around his neck from the King of Sweden and the Nobel Committee. I also know that at least one sponsor, Mike Fox Sr., wrestled with his sponsorship. He has asked me to state that he appreciates the great strides towards inclusion that Scouting has made in recent years, and asks that we show the courage to continue on this path. I respect the views of my dear friend, and I celebrate his integrity. I'm both surprised and touched to receive both of these awards, and absolutely astounded to be named a Distinguished Eagle Scout, that rarest and most esteemed of Scouting awards for life achievement. You've probably heard or read the names of other Distinguished Eagle recipients. It's hard not to feel very small in their company. I've been many things in my life, but before and after everything, I'm an Eagle Scout. It's odd that something you accomplish while in your teens can remain the core philosophy of your life for the next half century. But if those decades have taught me anything, it is that in American life, there is no better training for adulthood than earning one's eagle, and no better rule for living than the Scout oath and law. When we speak of character, I know of no program in American life that instills and cultivates that character in boys and young men, and in later years, young women, than Scouting. It answers a need that seems to grow greater by the year, and it has been successfully doing so now for more than a century. Now, as you may know, a couple years ago, I wrote a book about the history of Eagle Scouts. In the process, I discovered that at 150 million hours, the Eagle Service Project is the greatest youth service initiative in human history, one that has had a positive impact on likely every town and city, park, and school in this country. I'm currently writing a book about the Scout Honor Medal for saving a life. By my estimate, there are 6 million people alive in America today because they, one of their parents, or one of their grandparents was saved by a Boy Scout. In light of these astounding numbers, how can one not support Scouting? How can you not devote yourself to making such a program even better? And how can you not be proud every day of your life to be an Eagle Scout? Thank you.
Well, this has been a very uplifting evening, and I want to thank you for being a part of it and allowing me to be a part of it. It is a pleasure to hear these stories. And before we conclude, I would like to one more inspirational moment. I'd like to ask all the 2015 Character Award honorees to come forward again and be recognized if the four of you don't mind. The four people you see before you have done some amazing things, and I believe Goethe would agree, that we can all learn lessons from what they have told us tonight. Let's have another round of applause for them, if you could. They will be around, by the way, if you'd like to speak to them individually. On behalf of the Silicon Valley Monterey Bay Council, I would like to thank you all for your support and participation. I am told there is validation out in the lobby for those of you who have not taken advantage. And thank you so much for your time tonight, and have a good rest of the week.